Hello and welcome. This is Julie Silver Stitches here on FlossTube and on Instagram. Today is Sunday, February 8th, 2026, and you're here for my weekly update. I am a cross stitcher primarily, and I'm in Ottawa area, Ontario, Canada. Welcome. All right, so now that that's all out of the way, I've decided that I hope everybody's week has been great. This is the bin that I'm working out of. All my projects are in there, not all of them, but all the projects that I want to work on are in there. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share everything that's in there, regardless of whether I've worked on it or not, just so that you know what exactly is happening. And don't ask about the hair. No answers. No answers. I got nothing. Anyways, here we go. So I have all of my colors all stuffed into here as well. All of my packs of colors that don't necessarily fit in the bag, but they fit in the box. So we're going to start with my oldest bag and work up to my newest bag. That's how I organized them. Not newest project to oldest project, but the oldest bag to newest bag, so that I knew kind of what was going on. Okay, so I put 4 projects per bag, and there's 5 bags, so that's 20 projects. And here we go. So I don't know how long this hair is going to stay down for. So this is the first bag. This bag I got when my sister gifted it to me for Christmas many, many, many years ago. It came with a needle minder. Currently MIA, I'm not 100% sure where it is. And a little needle bookcase. Alright, I do not think she is making bags anymore, but she is in the Ottawa area. Heather. Something about Heather. Anyway, alright, so here we go. So, miscellaneously pulling things out because I don't know who is in what. I do have 2 non-full coverage. Where's my tablet? Oh. 2 non-full coverage and everything else is full coverage. 3 if you count Tessa's. But yeah, I'm gonna go get my tablet. Hold please. Okay, so we got the tablet because, you know, that's not number one thing that I prep ever in my videos. It's always like the first thing I bring out, that and my phone. I don't know. Okay, so where are we going? That's Skitters. Maybe he'll move over. Simon has already jumped up and around and through, and Charlotte's sleeping over there. I don't know. Alright, so this one. So I'm tracking progress only for what I have in these bags. So I'm going to pull them out and see what happens. So the first one that I had pulled out that I didn't realize that I didn't have on my tablet was Antique Circle Sampler. This is a design by 2x2 Stitch. 2x2... It's an Etsy store. 2x2 cross stitch, 2x2 X, something about 2x2. Which way are we going? As you can probably tell, I don't have the app open, like my spreadsheet open yet. So I put in, so I started out the week. I'll tell you my whole story. I started out the week by thinking that I should do temperature stitching. So this is what got called first, or at least second or something. And so I figured, okay, let's do this. So started out with temperature stitching. And this is where I got to. It goes this way. So I filled in the rest of the swoosh, and I filled in the starting of the little post out here, or the decorations out here, the endings of the post I don't know what you want to call it. Anyway, I had put in 123 stitches, and so now I am at 800 stitches at 2.24%. So that's good. I am using Roxy Floss Co. for that, even though I don't remember what I just did with them all. Anybody? Oh, the banana. Oh, they're over here. Oh, the banana. Crazies. Everybody's going crazy this year. Okay, so here's my floss palette color choices. All from Roxy Floss Co. Come on. Alright, so lights, darks, pinks, purples, blues. I'll turn it around this way just because you can't get... Sorry about all of the random threads that don't even belong in that color pack. Anyways, a variation of a whole lot of different colors. So what I'm doing is I'm choosing one color and putting it for a certain space, as you can see. And then I'm just going to switch out through the colors and see where I get to. There's no specific rhyme or reason for what I'm picking. It's just, that's the color, that's the color. All right. So, next one out, not in the specific particular order, is Beginner Seashell. That's this. This is by Kayomi Harai from Heaven and Earth Design. You can still get it. You can get it as the seashell. You can get it as the Beginner Seashell Mini, which is what this is. Or you could just get the Beginner Seashell, I think, and not in the Mini. I don't know what all the differences are, but I put in 100 stitches. I think I was over here filling in all the blues. And I am now at 8,100 stitches. That's the bottom of the piece. If you're new here, welcome. Yeah, so I made it all the way down to the bottom of the piece a couple weeks ago, just because I wanted to see where it was. And then now I'm going back to the top and working down in Stitch and Mummy's typewriter method, I think, mostly. So here she is. She is currently at 59. What? No, lies. I did put 100 stitches into her, but she's at 15,000. That makes more sense. 15,100. That makes more sense. Whew, skipping lines. Okay. At 59.69%. And yes, you can see when I don't hold anything behind it, you can see all of the lines of where I've stitched. That's just part of the stitching journey. That's just part of my stitching journey. That's what I'm going to go with. I had a viewer the other couple months ago maybe saying, hey, but there's all these lines. That's just how it goes. That's just how it rolled. That's just how it came to life. Everybody has a story, even your cross stitch. Okay, the next one that I was reading about is Autumn Fairies by Karen Middleton. It was a freebie a long time ago from Heaven and Earth Design. I put in 100 stitches. It went from 8,000 stitches to 8,100 stitches. I mostly worked up in here, filling up color blocks in here this time. So this is the whole piece, top to bottom. So I can't tell you how many stitches there are right now, but I mean total, but we're at 43.78%. I think I finished off the stitches because I have a hanging thread in here. So yeah, and then I worked down here into the tans, the pinky tans, to finish off his nose maybe. All right, last piece in this project bag is still in a big fabric form because I haven't cut it down yet. It's not going to be this big, but this is Mini Breaking Free by Sierra Marchetti. I decided to take everything out of the rounds or out of the tubes to be able to put them in the project bags. So I have not cut this down yet. It's not going to be this big, but maybe that'll be a today project while I'm watching the Olympics. All right. So, I put in 136 stitches. And 600 stitches now. So, still working in the top left half. This is about the middle. So this is Mini Breaking Free by Ciro Marchetti. We are now at 600 stitches at 1.00%. So we have made it to the 1% mark. This is all just 939. I'm filling in as much as I can, and then I'm going to go back, I think, and work in the other colors. It's on an 18 count. Yep. 18 count loops and threads Aida. Alright, we're going to pack up this whole bag because, you know, if I don't, then I'm going to get confused. Surprise, surprise. I think, so I was watching the team event for figure skating yesterday. I missed it. I didn't miss it, but I did not see it on Thursday. Anyway, so, and then I was watching women's hockey yesterday as well. So overall, we did great. Everybody is where they all want to be. Okay, so next biggest bag is this. I mean, next oldest bag is this one. That might not actually be true. I think I got this bag first, but it all fits in here. Okay, so this bag is from Evertote. This is their small bag. Their small cross-stitch bag. No idea if they still have this fabric online because it was a couple years ago. Okay, in this bag, also 4 projects. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start with this one. Yeah. Okay, so this is Butterfly 2 Quick Stitch, a quick stitch by Ching Chu Kiwick. If you could actually see the progress, that would be great. Heaven and Earth Designs. I restarted it sometime in February, so sometime within the last week. And this is the actual stitch side because it looks so great. I thought that maybe this is on an 18 count Charles Craft Aida. So 2 threads full cross. And we are now at 200, I think. No, lies. We started in February. So, sorry, we've put 100 stitches in for 0.24%. 100 stitches total. So, the story about this is I didn't like the fabric the last time. I was struggling with it. The stitches kept falling out. I don't know why, but it was an Aida, but it was a weird Aida. I don't know. The stitches weren't sticking. Anyway, so that was that one. Christmas Gnomes. This is by Box and Fox off Etsy. I'm not sure if you can still get it. I haven't checked recently, but it was at 2,100 stitches. It is now at 2,200 stitches, so I have put in 100 stitches, and this is the first half. Top left half, and as you can see, we added some nose. I'm presuming it's a nose. So 2,200 stitches, 9.78%. So I did the outline first of his whatever, I'm presuming, yes, it's the nose, and then now I'm filling in the inside. I did finish off the 820 stitches down here first, and then I moved up here. That's why we have the hanging thread. This here, right here, is just parked threads from that mitten up there. But yeah, no, it's turning out really well. So I think I'm going to do this half, and then I'm going to move over to the second half of the gnomes. It's been really fun. Every time I get it out, it's been fun, and I'm always thinking, why don't I ever just get it out and finish it? Because why not? Next up in line is A Dragon in the Morning. This is by Randall Spangler and Heaven and Earth Design. They're all here. Okay, so, so some of these, most of these, all of these ones I've worked on so far, but there are going to be some of them that I haven't worked on yet. I'm just bringing them out just because I want to show you. But I did work on him. I put a whole 50 stitches in because I was thinking this was going to be out all week. So that didn't happen. But I did end up filling in some of my parked threads. So this is the whole thing so far. We are, 50 stitches. 16,550 stitches total. So that's 15.62%. Here we go. This is the whole thing. My lighting is really wonky today because of the sun behind us, but that's okay. And I was able to fill in some of this a little bit more. Yeah, really dark, hey? What? So I have a light here. You want to try again? Okay, here we go. Let's look at that again, just in case. Just in case everybody needs to see what it actually looks like. There we go. So this is, this is Mini Dragon in the Morning by Randall Spangler. I might just show you all my pieces, not talk about them all again, but show you all these pieces with the light on. I was going to put the light on, and then I thought, it's not that bad. But now that I just saw how dark I was, oofed. Anyway, okay, here we go. Many of you have seen this, but that's the actual colors of everything. Well, I guess that's cut. So the story about my light, the wiring isn't completely functional anymore. I've bent the cord too many times, so that's why it keeps just randomly stopping and turning off. And one day soon I will get new lights that actually function properly. All right, next up is, last one in this bag is Fractal 53, Fractal Bookmark 53. This is a chart by, I had it. So if you hear that, that's just me moving the cord around to try and figure out where I can Okay, that was just the cord moving around so that I could try and figure out how to turn it on without it going off again. Okay, so I finished a color of this. This is, I really want the light on. We're going to get some arts and craftsy here. I have tape, and it knows where it wants to be. Don't judge. I'm probably going to use my teeth for this because I don't have anything to cut with. Do I? No, I do. Oocha. Okay. Because I just need a little piece of tape in order to tape it to where it needs to be. Packing tape to the rescue. Okay. Sorry. Ha! Look. Okay. Ta-da! Good enough. Okay. So yes, finished the 820. Now I can't see anything. Okay, finished the 820 and moved on to 911. 911? 911? Alright, so got to the top, got to the corners, finished the blue, So that's the finished blue. This is the whole thing so far. I put in 100 stitches, and I was able to get to 3,600. So right at 24.00%. So that's fun. So you can barely see the differences of the green because that's the way that this pattern is supposed to be. So started the green in here again, and as you can see, I got to here. So the green splotches are getting bigger, but the 100 made me able to go to here. So that's also, I chose ones that I want to see finished, or that I want to see, you know, more progress on, the ones that I missed the most, the ones that I actually wanted to start and continue on. Because as you can see, when we go through these, some of the ones that I've started in the last couple weeks didn't make the cut, didn't make the current cut. Don't ask why. Well, there's reasons, but... Alright, so that is all from that bag. Put all this bag back together. So that's 2 out of the 5 bags. Alright, this one's also from, it got hot chocolified. It got hot chocolified. This one is also from Evertote. This was the 2018 Modern Folk Embroidery stitch along for Moonshine Cabin. Alright, what are we starting off with? I really need to... I think that's this one. Alright, so still big fabric. I don't think it's going to take up the whole thing, but still have not done anything with it yet. I did stitch on this. This is the last piece that I... Well, no, that's a lie. Not the actual last piece, but one of the last pieces for a while that I've actually stitched on. In the list, I mean. 100 whole stitches went into this. So as you can see, I did not follow through with my plan from last week. I don't even know why I try and plan out things for you guys, because they don't happen. But progress is progress, no matter on what project, right? So this is Forever Friends by, it's a mini. It is by Oleg Gavrilov, and if I can wrangle all the fabric, this is a top right start because I wanted to. I find actually that I do like the right starts better. Now that I've started one and I can figure out, you know, that it's actually best, I guess. I can't really tell you where I worked because, nope. I think, oh, yeah, still no. But I think I filled in, this is the last page on the edge. So, I was able to, except for two or three spaces, I was able to fill in the rest of that top. I went to the store to go get more 934. They were out, of course, so no problems. Next time. Okay, so this is now at 1,300 stitches, and it is now at 2.04%. Alright, so for the rest of these in this bag, I haven't worked on yet, but I will show them anyway, just so that we have a record of where they were, what they are, all of the things. So, Never Quit by Stitchery Stitch. This is a designer on Etsy. No new progress, but I will show you what I've done. Oh, gee, bitters. Okay, there we go. It's getting harder and harder to hold now. Okay, because it's getting taller and taller. So this is where we're at. So, if you hadn't noticed, I've been going in order of alphabetical order when I'm working on these. So this will be my next one to pick up. Are they in there? Okay. And then, so no guarantees because Julie doesn't do that anymore. Ornament Dragon by Lisa Parker. Ornament Dragon by Lisa Parker is next. Still haven't done anything. This is still the first, 100? 200? The first 128. That was a random number. Do you think I put the one that's supposed to be going to the top? Of course I did. Look at that. Okay, good. Phew. Otherwise, it would have been like, what is this? All right. Here we go. This is, if you've missed it, I did a restart because I really didn't like the fabric that I was working on. And this is all new stitches, color completing. And plus, I would have had to frog out a whole lot of stitches if it even made the circumference of the chart I was working, like the fabric I was working on, because I don't know, it wasn't gonna play out well. Last one in here is Pokemon starters. Still, again, no progress, but if I am playing the game that I'm not playing any games. I'm not playing any games. I'm anti-game right now because I can't follow through with them. I can't stick to them. So why bother stressing myself out trying to figure out whether or not I get in those 300 stitches? It's not making me happy. So I'm not doing it. It's stressing me out. I'm not stitching on what I want to stitch on. Anyways, so this is what we're doing. We're just going in alphabetical order, stitching as many stitches as I want in. This is Pokemon starters. No current updated progress, but by Cross and Floss on Etsy, it is currently at 7,500 stitches at 40.63%. Yeah, so I'm not stitching on what I actually want to stitch on, even though I have complete control over what I want to stitch on. Through these games, it's never what I actually want to stitch on, so I don't actually work on it. That's how that goes. So then I just stop, and then I freeze, and then my whole body and my whole system says, what are you doing? Why are you not working on it? You can't work on anything unless you put stitches into these. And anyway, that's this bag. So I'm taking a more simplified, if I want to work on it, I'll work on it. If I don't want to work on it, next. Doesn't matter. My goal is to always round it up to the closest 100 because, I don't know, just because. And, oops, that's why. Because this was in there too, and it didn't actually make it in, and I was thinking, where's the other project? Where is the other project? Okay. Oops. Sorry, Skitters. I know, buddy. I'm sorry. Okay. He was sleeping. I put it down not as gently as I should have. Okay, next one. Canada Bag by Evertote as well. And in this bag, 4 projects. So the first one is Sad Fairy. Sad Fairy is by Elena Lazareva. I'm really not sure if it's still, I think it's still there on the Heaven and Earth Design website. I don't think she's gone anywhere. And this is the full size, so it's 1,100,000. It's 189,000 stitches. So many. Okay, so Elena Lazareva, Heaven and Earth Design, 3,500 stitches at 37 point lies. At nope. Sad Fairy. I haven't put any stitches into this, so 5,322 at 2.81%. That makes more sense. 2.81%. Anyway, this is the left-hand side. This is the sun for the left-hand side. And as you can see, I'm slowly getting into the darker colors. Thank goodness. Because as I've learned, Julie in the light colors, nope. Okay. There is one more thing I actually worked on, and that was my main focus of the week, it seems like. But I will get there when I get there. So next is See You Later. This is by Happiness on Etsy. It was going to be a gift for Christmas. No, for a birthday. And then it was going to be a gift for Christmas. And now it's just going to be, I don't know. Who knows? But again, no new progress. So I really need to figure this out, my spreadsheet, and figure out how to make it so that I can easily scan over and read all at the same time. All right, See You Later, Happiness, non-full coverage. 3,500 stitches are currently in it, and we are now at 37.52%. So the last thing I worked on was down here. Okay, next is Steampunk Portal. That is by Ellen L. Designs on, it was the 2025 Heaven and Earth Design Sal from last year. Yeah. Okay. And as you can see, I did not get any rewards because I'm only still on the first page. So here we are. This is at 6,001 stitches. So the 1 stitch is in this quadrant right here. I don't know why, but I added 1 more stitch. But it's looking good. I mean, that's that. This was my test stitch of 1/1, like using 1 thread versus 2 threads, and I liked the 2 threads better, so that's what I stuck with, and I haven't ripped that out. In case you're relatively new-ish, that's the reason. If you didn't follow me through that original journey. All right. And then the last one in here is Sunflower Cottage. This is by Donna Gelsinger of Heaven and Earth Design. This is the mini version, even though it doesn't seem so mini at all. I've cut my fabric this way so that it's less bulky to work with, but I have not cut it down yet. So eventually I will have all of this new fabric that I won't know what to do with, because eventually I will cut down all of my fabric so that they only hold what needs to be held. But this is Sunflower Cottage by, like I said, Donna Gelsinger of Heaven and Earth Design. It is now at 4,500 stitches at 7.99%. Yep. So no new progress. Mostly everything from Heaven and Earth Design, except for 2, is mini, just so everybody's aware. 3, I guess. 4. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. So that's it for that bag. And then, one last bag where, with one of the projects I actually made progress on, and you can probably guess what it is, because I want to see it finished. I want to see it finished. I want to see it finished. Okay, stay. There we go, Skitters. Good boy. All right. Oh, I did, technically, not last project, but I did work on this week because I said, hello, are you still there? And so my wheel spin was 10 stitches. And this is Stitching Buds Are the Best by My Big Toe Design. So I was able to finish the S and started on the, I guess that's an E, to say best. If you're new, I'm doing a Whip Wars with Tess Stitches by, no, not by, she lives in Australia, and so getting together to be able to spin wheels has been okay, but life for both of us is relatively busy, so one day that will get finished. I think I have now 60 stitches left for that. All right, last bag. This is one that I had picked up at my LNS, so which is Wool Time here in the Ottawa area. And the first one in the bag is the Wise and the Brave. The Wise and the Brave is the other 2020, is not the other, it's a, sorry, it's a whole thing. Okay, Wise and the Brave is by L&L Designs. It is the 2026 Heaven and Earth Stitch Along. Again, have not cut the fabric, so once that happens, I'm going to have far less fabric. Top left start. Ow. I don't know. Since my surgery, everything has not been working the same. Okay. Okay. So, after I've wrangled the fabric, this is where I am. It's all still the old stitches, but I did, as of last video, I already showed it, but I did finish and fix this little section here, because it was not counted right and it was bothering me. So that was the Wise and the Brave by L&L Designs. The 2026 Stitch Along for Heaven and Earth Designs. Oh goodness, this is, sorry. I have a little bit of a rack that I'll show you in a minute. Completely unexpected, but those are the best kind, right? So the Village Bookstore is next. The Village Bookstore is by Randall Spangler. It is a Heaven and Earth design. This is also a mini. And I have a total of 100 stitches. Woo! Can you see it? So this is the whole width of the chart. Over here, I've gone back. I've gone back to start filling in again, but I wanted to make sure that I had the whole width of the chart before I kept going. The sun is sunning. I have my light on, is what it is. Dark and light all at the same time. All right. It is what it is, people. At least it's sunny. Okay. Next one is, not that. The next one is the one I actually got work on this week. I was able to put in 752 stitches since last viewing. This is Mini Watching the World Go By Lucid Peterboy. In all the darkness that it is. Anyways, here we go. So, can you tell where I put in 752 stitches? I can. So I essentially filled in sheep bums. That's essentially what I did. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. It's all very exciting. So there was a lot of stitches put into here. I'm going from smallest color to biggest color remaining. So least stitches to most stitches. So some more of their heads got filled in. I finally filled in all of the ninja stitches that were hidden up here. There were some in the trees. There were some in the tree line. There were some in the tree line. There were some in the trees over here. But all of those stitches are now complete. So now I just have to focus on finishing this space here. So 752 brought me to 47,172. And we're now at 93.18%. So hooray, we're getting there, we're getting there. This is my main focus project until it's done, because come on, it's so close. So close. I don't really want to finish off with the 986, by the way, which is what I got at the store the other day, but I kind of do, because then it'll be so satisfying filling in the last space of the last I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know how I want to finish it yet. Is that weird? Do people actually think about that? All right, and then the last project for this new way of stitching is Winter Cookie Party, also the mini, by Amy Stewart, Heaven and Earth Design. 543 stitches at 0.72%. So for any of these projects that have not rounded numbers, for either the 50 or the 100, I'm going to stop stitching when they get to the rounded number, because then it'll make my brain happy. As you can see, the deer is coming in. I think that's a deer, the deer cookie. Anyway, that's it for me. Minus, I'm going to pack this up, minus the random act of kindness that I got from James's parents' neighbor. It was so random. She called me the other day and said, come right now, not right now, but come now and come pick up something from my neighbor. And I said, okay. There's this and this and this and this, and, you know, I don't know what any of it is, but she said that you would want it because this is what you do. So I get to her place and I get handed this bag, a Lens Crafters bag, and in the bag there's well, there's thread for sure, but there's a very tangled up hoop. I don't really know how, if and how this hoop is actually going to work, because it's a little busted. But for now, a hoop, at least. All of the J&P Coats floss that you could ever want in your entire life. A pattern book, like one of those little leaflets, just fingertips. So they have a lot of cute little things that I guess you could embroider onto or cross stitch onto your towels and such. So J&P Coats, and then there's a whole lot of bobbins. So they are DMC, or, as I'm reading on the other side, what is that? Like, what kind of numbers are those? Is that 6185 for 5959? Any ideas? They all have them. 5942. What spectrum of colors is that? Like, what brand of colors has that colorway? Or those number things? Anyways, yeah, like 562 or 6213. What's the, I don't think I actually have that one. That's good. So yeah, so I'm going to go through all of these eventually. And, yeah, and the rest of them are J&P Coats, I think. Yeah. Like, so all the J&P Coats ones are all not, or 191. Maybe they're all J&P Coats colors? Those are all the numbers on the other side? Maybe. Anyway. Ta-da! But yes, this was the random act of kindness from my husband's parents' neighbor. Random, right? Random. Okay. So that is it for me today. I think I did it. I think, unless I'm not going to go through my projects again. I'm just going to post it as is. I'm sorry if it was dark and light and dark and light. Welcome to the weather. It's sunny and cold. The second day in a row that it's below minus 30, so we're not going outside. No. Anyway, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a good stitching week. I hope if you participate in watching the Olympics, if you don't participate in watching the Olympics, whatever you do, I hope that you are good. I hope you are good. I will be watching the Olympics because, sorry, FlossTube, you can wait. The Olympics, they cannot. I love you all. I will see everybody later. Sparkle and shine. Bye, everybody.